What's going on, Buffs Nation? Still riding that TCU upset high, and man, what a baseline! What a way to set the tone for the season. I love it already. 24 hours, not even 24 hours after this victory, we're having people coming out saying how overrated TCU was, right? Ah, man, it's never going to stop. They're always going to be trying to find reasons of, why this team isn't, as good as the performances that they're putting up, right? But today, in this specific episode, of course, we got our stars that we've been talking about, but I wanted to devote some time to talk about maybe some guys every week that we could call sleepers, guys who contributed, who did some great things. And I wanted to give them recognition on this channel because when you come here and you play for the Buffs, not only like are the big time stars, of course, going to get recognition, but I want to make sure that I'm part of giving credit and giving recognition to, other people on the team that also step up and do awesome things. So I'm going to try and give you guys this every week. So let's get into it. A few plays that I wanted to call out. First off, one of my guys, box office Bishop Thomas. Oh man, I love his personality. I love his confidence. And it was so cool to see him lining up as fullback for Sy'Veon Wilkerson's touchdown run. Just absolutely pancaking, destroying one of their best defensive players. It was either Hodge or Hodges, I forget, but one of those linebackers absolutely blew him up. And then we saw Tank, our left tackle, Jared Christian Lichtenhand, already pulling all the way over from the left tackle position to the right side of the field. And that defensive back wanted no part of him. But man, seeing Bishop Thomas as the lead blocker in that power set, beautiful, beautiful. I love to see that. And man, the day that he's given a carry or they run a little play action, he's able to get out there into the end zone like Refrigerator Perry did, like back in the day. Or I think Warren Sapp had a touchdown or two, right, during his career. Man, I would love to see that. But hats off to Bishop Thomas. That was one of the biggest highlights of today's game. And there are a lot of highlights, or of yesterday's game. There are a lot of highlights, right? But man, Sy'Veon Wilkerson coming in there, kind of being the thunder to Dylan Edwards' lightning, right? Had some big third down runs for this team where he was able to get outside to the edge, make some guys miss, and some solid pass blocking pickups. Really, the entire offensive line and the running backs, Dylan Edwards included, gave Shador, a clean pocket for like 95% of the game. Incredible stuff. So hats off to all of them. Really wanted to call it specifically Jack Wiltie's block on Dylan Edwards' 75-yard touchdown screenplay. He got out there probably 20 yards or so deep and made kind of that last game-breaking block that led to Dylan Edwards breaking that off for the touchdown. Love to see the offensive lineman active and downfield. And pretty much all the offensive linemen was down the field. Van Wells was down there. We had Sy'Veon Washington that was moving. Love to see the offensive line moving. Also, obviously, defensive line, struggled a bit, at times, but as the game got deeper, we started getting some better pressure on Chandler Morris. That was great to see, and especially on that fourth down, was it Jordan Domenick chasing Chandler Morris around? Love to see that. I love to see Arden Walker's hit on Chandler Morris. Kind of a gray area if that was really roughing the passer or not. I think looking back on it, no, that was not roughing the passer, but I think we'll have more success with the pass rush and the run defense as our group begins to gel. Right, Omarion Cooper, the second starting cornerback, the other starting cornerback alongside Travis Hunter, um, a pass defensed, and no catches given up. No catches given up. Overall, like the secondary did, I think, a really good job of keeping their wide receivers at bay. Obviously, I think his name was PJ Robinson. No, their slot receiver, number 7. They're hitting him on, some different routes and stuff like that, but they're tall trees. They're 6'5", 6'3" wide receivers were very quiet throughout the game. They were able to take advantage of their matchups with the tight end positions. They had some great tight ends that did some really great things. But ultimately, I think Omarion Cooper did a great job. Want to call out um, Trevor Woods for just making an amazing interception there to really set the tone for the team. And I think that going down and scoring, and then as TCU's driving, to take that away again, it builds confidence throughout the rest of the game, even when not everything is going ideally. Being able to bounce back and then make that next play. There were so many guys that stepped up in so many clutch, crucial moments. Trevor Woods just had an amazing game. Happy for him. 9 tackles. Marvin Ham, another CU buff returnee, 10 tackles. Shiloh Sanders, 10 tackles. Okay. There were a couple more. Rodrick Ward coming in here from Southern Utah, making 3 tackles. We had Kaleb Mathis making, I think it was the first tackle on special teams on the kick return. Coming up with that, we saw Jaden Milner-Jones, another freshman, coming in here from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, making a tackle as well. Javon Antonio had some great blocking and a forced fumble. The problem was that the forced fumble was a friendly fire, but that's really just a joke. I think we'll see him getting some more looks as the season goes on, but ultimately so happy for that. And then Mark Vassett, again, one of my guys, coffin corner punt, punting it in, out of bounds right at the 1 yard line. Just beautiful, textbook. Doesn't get any more beautiful than that. And he's I think going to be one of the best punters in this conference. So that was wonderful to see. Michael Harrison, walk on tight end, got the start. 2 catches, I think 12 yards, a big time first down conversion that might have been on 3rd down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was great to see him get a couple looks and opportunities. And I mean, I just love to see that, and love to see his emotion after the game as well. Heck, I love to see, Jimmy Horn and Xavier Weaver, those guys celebrating 2 big time games. I talked in my other video about Travis Hunter and Dylan Edwards. They got other videos, but 117 yards for Jimmy Horn on 11 receptions. I mean, they had no answer for Jimmy Horn. They had no answer really for any of these receivers. You cannot cover these guys in press because they'll beat you over the top. Shador Sanders throwing amazing pinpointed deep balls, fluttering them over the defense. I mean, he was just fitting them into some really impressive windows, man. But I mean, Jimmy Horn was fantastic. Xavier Weaver, 6 receptions, 118 yards, a big 44-yard catch. Again, right down the sideline, showed great hands, concentration, ran a beautiful route, and then Shador completed the rest of that play with just an amazing, perfect pinpoint pass. Loved it. Tavares Dawson, love to see him getting in on some of the action, attempting to utilize some of his speed. 3 receptions, 9 yards. I think we're going to see more of him in the future as well. So y'all let me know what you think in the comments. If there's any other sleepers that I missed, any other guys that you want to shout out, let me know in the comments. But overall thrilled to start out 1-0. And again, this is just the baseline. It's uphill from here. I cannot wait to see what the team does against Nebraska. We'll be talking about that as the week goes on. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, Go Buffs.